So hi everyone, this is Joy and today we are going to see the carrier sense multiple access collision avoidance. It is a one type of the multiple access protocol. The carrier sense multiple access collision avoidance, it is used in wireless networks such as Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Now the carrier sense multiple access collision avoidance is totally dependent on the acknowledgement. It means whenever sender is sending any data or packet, the sender will wait for the acknowledgement from the receiver in order to confirm the transmission. If the sender is not receiving any acknowledgement, sender is going to think that okay, the packet which is sent by itself is lost in the network or it is not received by the receiver. But if the acknowledgement is received by the sender from the receiver, in that case, sender is going to understand that the packet is delivered successfully. So in this protocol, the acknowledgement is a must. It is necessary. But the question is why acknowledgement is necessary, why it is needed. So if you consider in the wired network, the loss of the energy of the signal is very less. It means whenever there is a change in the voltage level of the signal, the receiver can able to know that the whether in the network collision is present or not. If you remember in the CSMS-CD, in the level of the signals, receiver can understand whether the signal is original signal or it is a part of the collision. Because if the signal is a part of the collision, the voltage level are changed drastically. So in the wired network, we can detect collision very easily because from the a change in the signal level, we can understand whether the signal is original or it is a collision. But that is not the case for the wireless network, because what happens in the wireless network, when the packet arrives at the receiver side, the energy is already reduced, and if two or more packets are collided in the wireless channel, the change in the energy is only between 5 to 10%. So you can clearly understand that by seeing the energy level of the received signal, in the case of wireless network, the receiver is not going to understand that whether the received packet is original or it is a part of the collision. So receiver is not able to detect the signal whether it is original or the collision signal by seeing its energy level. That is why we cannot rely on it. So that is why we need the acknowledgement. So the CSMS-CD is specifically designed for the wireless network and it uses the acknowledgement. So it will not check energy level, it will check the acknowledgement. If acknowledgement is received, it means the communication is successful, but the acknowledgement is not received, it means there might be a possibility that there is a collision in the network. Now let's see the steps for the CSMS-CA. In the first step, if any sender wants to send any data, it will first sense the channel. Suppose there is a device A and there are different devices B, C and D, and these are not connected via a link but they are connected wirelessly. Okay, and these all devices are sharing the same channel. You guys know that if more than two devices are sharing the same channel, it means we need the multiple access protocol because same channel is shared by multiple devices. Steps for CSMS-CA. In the first step, it will sense the channel. Suppose device A wants to send data, it will first sense the channel, like whether the channel is busy or idle. If device A sense that the channel is busy or idle, in that case it will proceed further. After sensing the channel, it will wait for some time, which is known as the IFS time. IFS time, it means interframe space. So if A finds that the channel is idle, there is no communication is going in the channel, it will wait for some more time, which is known as the IFS time. After waiting for IFS time, it will wait for random number of slots. So it will, in the first step, it will sense the channel. After sensing the channel, if the channel is idle, in that case it will wait for IFS time. After that, it will wait for some random number of slots. After waiting for random number of slot, it will send the frame. After sending the frame, it will wait for the acknowledgement. If the acknowledgement is received, communication is successful. If not received, it means there is a collision. So acknowledgement is received, it means success, or if not received, it means there is a collision. Now the steps that we just discussed, we are going to see using the figure. We are going to understand the same steps by this figure. Now suppose device A wants to send, again suppose device A wants to send any data. So if device A wants to send any data, it will first sense the channel. Suppose during this duration, during this period, the channel is busy. So when the channel is busy, A will continuously sense the channel. A will continuously sense the channel because A wants to send some data, right? So it will continuously sense the channel until it become idle. Now after some time, you can see that at this point A found that the channel is idle. When the channel is idle, A will wait for IFS time, which is known as interframe space. So after waiting for IFS time, the A will select the random number of slot from this available slot. You can see that there are total 9 slots available. So from these 9 slots, A will select random number of slots and it will wait for random time. For example, A can select 2 slots, it can select 4 slots, and it is selected randomly. And after selecting that slots, it will wait for some more time. If you are getting the hint in the carrier sense multiple access collision avoidance, whenever sender is sending any data, it will wait for maximum amount of time to avoid the collision. Because in the carrier sense multiple access, if the collision is occurred, if the collision is happened in the network, there is no way that we can detect the collision. So sender will try its maximum to avoid the collision, and there is a only way that it can avoid the collision by waiting. It will wait for maximum time. You can see that when it find the channel is idle, it will wait for IFS time. After waiting for IFS time, it is waiting for some random number of slots. Okay, so this is the number of slots. It is selected using the binary exponential. We will just going to see that how it selects using the binary exponential. After the binary exponential, using the binary exponential, it will select the random number of slot. It can select 2 slots, it can select 6 slots, it can select 4 slots. The slots are selected totally random. After selecting this many slots, it will wait for that much time. After waiting for that much time, it will proceed further. It will proceed further. Now the time after the IFS time, it is known as the contention window. After waiting for 4 slots, the device will send the frame. Now you know that after sending the frame, it will wait for some time for the acknowledgement. If acknowledgement is received, it means success, otherwise failure. Now we are going to see the flow chart of the CSMA CA. The flow chart is the implementation of the procedure that we just saw. Suppose in this example, there are 3 devices A, B and C which are connected to each other wirelessly. Now A, B and C are connected to wirelessly and device A wants to send data. Because it is following the CSMA CA method, it has to go through all the steps. Initially, the value of the K will be 0. Now what is the meaning of K? K means number of atoms. It is just a variable that will keep the track of number of atoms, because if any device wants to send data and if the device is not able to send data, let's say 10 or 15 times, in that case it cannot do the transmission continuously. because if device A is attempting to send data continuously, in that case it will create so much noise in the network. So K is used to keep the track of number of attempts. After some attempts, device is not able to send data in the channel. Now the A will sense the channel. Because A wants to send data, it will first sense the channel. You know that after sensing the channel, if the channel is busy, it will continuously sense the channel. Because if channel is not idle, it will sense the channel. If channel is found idle, in that case A will wait for some IFS time. After waiting for IFS time, if channel is still not idle, it will continuously sense the channel until it becomes the idle. After waiting for IFS time, if the channel is idle, it will wait for some R number of slots. Now the value of R is found using the equation 0 to 2 raised to k minus 1. Now right now the value of k is 0. It means the value of R will be 0 to 2 raised to 0 minus 1. 2 raised to 0, it means 1. So the value of R that we are getting is 0. It means after waiting for IFS time, the device A will wait for 0 number of slots and it will send the frame. After sending the frame, it will wait for some time for the acknowledgement. If the acknowledgement is received, it means success. If the acknowledgement is not received, it means device A will try to send the packet again because A wants to send the packet. So to send the packet again, the value of the k will be incremented by 1. So k will become k plus 1. It means it will become 0 plus 1, 1. The maximum attempts allowed is 15. If the value of k is greater than 15, device is not allowed to send the data. So right now the value of k is 1. So A is allowed to send the packet. It will first sense the channel whether it is busy or idle. If the channel is idle, it will wait for IFS time. After waiting for IFS time, if channel is still idle, it will wait for R number of slot. R can be found using 0 to 2 raised to k minus 1. The value of k is 1. So it will be 0 to 2 raised to 1 minus 1. So value of R that we are getting is 0 to 1. So we are getting two values for R. From these two values, A will select random value. Suppose A is selecting 1, so it will wait for 1 slot and it will send the frame. After sending the frame, it will wait for timeout for the acknowledgement. If acknowledgement still not received, the value of k will become 2. If value of k will become 2, next time what will be the values of R that we will be getting? 0 to 2 raised to 2 minus 1. So 0 to 3. It means we are getting 0, 1, 2 and 3. From this 4 value, it will select random value, it will wait for random slot and it will send the packet. If acknowledgement is received, it means success. You can see that as the value of k increases, the value of R that we are getting is also increases. And because if we are getting large number of R, there is a very less chance that two devices wait for same number of slot, because the number of slot is selected randomly. So there is very low chance that two devices select the slots same. So the chance of the collision is very less in the carrier sense multiple access. And I think this is it for this session. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you so much.